Hey everyone, it's 10 Types, and today, I got a pretty simple video concept, but it's one that, I probably should have done a little while ago. I might have done this one in the past. I'm not sure if I've done the same one, but certainly not since all these cards have been out, and that's ranking all of the megas in the standard format specifically. So there are some megas that have been revealed that we don't have yet so far. I know there's a Mega Dragonite EX. That card looks really bad, I'm not gonna lie. There was also a Mega Electros, which I think is like okay, I guess. I don't exactly remember. And then there's the Mega Charizard Y as well, which I guess is the best of the three. And I don't remember if there's Mega Froslass, which like seems kind of whatever as well. But ultimately, they were ranking all the ones in standard, which are 16, 10 from the Mega Evolution expansion, and 10 from Phantasmal Flames, which of course are the newer ones here. And this is how good they are, again, just in standard with the current standard cards, like obviously pre-rotation, and not with any of the Mega Dream or whatever the cards are called cards there. And yeah, let's just hop right in. I guess I'll quickly go over the tiers. It's S through F as normal. I've labeled what they are. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. The Megas are kind of bad compared to like other cards. I mean, they're not horrendous. I guess they're more in the middle. So normally if I have S tiers like almost broken, just like really, really powerful. There aren't any megas that are insanely good. I mean, I guess I'll start with what the best mega is, which because I don't actually know. I don't really have that much of a plan going into this one in terms of where I'm going to rank these, except for Mega Kangaskhan EX. Mega Kangaskhan EX is definitely the best one. It says once during a turn, if it's in the active, you can draw two. You can't use more than one run errand ability each turn, though. And then for 3 colors, you do 200 flip coin until you get tails, 50 more for each heads. I actually made a card design video talking about this. I don't really love the coin flip aspect, but this card is definitely, and even like if you count it as always flipping tails, 200 for 3 is like okay. But then you can do more, potentially getting one shots on like Fezandipti EX or something like that. But it's just like an okay attacker. It has high HP, 300 here. Megas, of course, if you don't know, they're 3 prizers. And yeah, that's it. So Mega Kangaskhan is tanky, but it is a 3 prizer, so it can be a liability, it can be a tank, it can be different things here. It can be a support Pokemon, it can be an attacking Pokemon. It's like pretty decent in all the roles, but it fills so many different roles. So it's a really good card here. It's kind of versatile. I'd classify it kind of similarly to UBX. UBX is a card that is also pretty versatile. Not truly amazing at any one role. I guess it has for your treat, so it's good at that. But ultimately, yeah, these cards are like decent. And again, very versatile. These are cards that I think are just super good. I mean, I don't think there's really going to be anyone disagreeing that Mega Kangaskhan EX is the best Mega. If you disagree, leave it down below in the comment section as to why. I'd love to hear it. But yeah, I mean, it's versatile. It's the only one with a particularly like good ability. I mean, the stage twos, there are 2 stage 2s with abilities, and they're like, I guess, all right. I mean, I guess Mega Gengar's ability is like good, but it's also a stage 2. And then, yeah, this one also has an ability. I guess I'll go over the ones with abilities first here as well. But Mega Kangaskhan EX is definitely the best by far. Next, we'll cover Mega Venusaur EX. Mega Venusaur EX is a stage 2 grass mega here, and it says you can move grass energy around your board, or basic grass energy. So you cannot move like Luminous or Prism around your board, which is kind of bad. It would definitely be better if you could move those energies around. Generally, pretty much every card we've seen like this, as far as I'm aware, again, correct me down below in the comment section if I'm wrong, but we've seen things like Armarouge, which is kind of similar in standard, and then like there was a Bronzong, there was just different cards like this, and I'm pretty sure they pretty much all moved around potentially special energies if they were of that type. But ultimately, this card can move it around. It has the highest HP ever. Which I would not be shocked if we get a 400 HP Pokemon. I'll just say that. I think that would be kind of cool, honestly. But ultimately, it has really high HP, but it can still be one-shotted by some things. And it's not like that much tankier than the like highest HP stage 2 EXs that aren't megas. I mean, it is more, and you can kind of lean into the tankiness. And then you can do like decent damage, 240 for 4, and you heal 30 from it. The healing 30, I mean, helps with the tankiness, I guess, but it's not that much healing there. The ability has synergy with Professor Turret's Scenario and also Wally's Compassion, which are 2 very similar cards within the deck. This one doesn't play Wally's. I have not been paying attention too much to what people have been playing with this deck because it's not that good. I'm not gonna lie. But it's not like terrible either. It's, I guess, going in okay. I mean, it is very tanky. Looking at the metagame, what's the metagame look like? Okay, yeah. Limitless here. Play Limitless has not updated for Phantasmal Flames. I don't know why. I assume they're going to do it, but they haven't done it yet. But anyways, so it could be due to the fact that it's not tournament legal in IRL tournaments. I don't believe it is. Um, but ultimately, I mean, it's an online tournament site. It's definitely legal in these tournaments. But anyways, Mega Venusaur is like up here. It's next to Mega Lucario. These are the top Mega decks. There's some Megas are oh no, there's Mega Absolbox, but outside of that, these two are two decks that are really focused around a Mega. This is a toolbox deck. There are some other Megas kind of sprinkled into these other decks as well, which we'll talk about. But Mega Venusaur is like all right on its own. Actually, yeah, it obviously is like really reliant on the other things around it, like Mega Venusaur, also Meganium is really, or no, not Mega Venusaur, Teal Mesogarpon, also Meganium, Bug Catching Set, Force of Vitality, but they really boosted up to a decent deck, and it's not. I guess we'll talk about Mega Lucario next as well, skipping or like not going directly to the other ability Pokemon, but Mega Lucario EX is another Mega that is okay here. Aura Jab for 1 fighting 130, accelerate 3 basic energy from your discard, basic fighting from your discard to your bench Pokemon in any way you like. Then Mega Brave is for 2 fighting, it does 270. Also, I will be ordering the cards within tiers. Mega Lucario here is also, again, like Mega Venusaur, as I was saying, not amazing on its own. But the fighting stuff is really impressive. Mega Lucario has apparently been seeing some play in Goldengo EX. I haven't actually, like, I've been playing, and I haven't really seen people use it in games because, I mean, like Goldengo is like good, right? Mega Lucario isn't as good as Goldengo, so I feel like generally you just want to attack with Goldengo, but it could be a cool option there. Ultimately, though, it's powerful combined with the new items like or the new-ish items, Premium Power Pro and Fighting Gong, as well as a Lunatone, which is just amazing. Hariyama is pretty good with the deck. Solrock, obviously, I mean, you need it for Lunatone, but it's pretty decent as well. Overall, Mega Lucario is it's all right. I'll put it again in the same tier as Mega Venusaur. I guess I'll put it above it. I don't know. I mean, they're pretty close, honestly, in my opinion. Again, propped up a lot around by the powerful cards around them. I'd say Mega Lucario has more powerful cards around it. It's also a stage 1 and kind of does stuff on its own that's particularly impressive. Venusaur relies on like tanking and stuff. Mega Lucario is able to take bigger one shots, which is good. Right? You want to do more damage, and it's also easier to set up, as I said. But anyways, they're pretty similar in power level there. Then we have the Mega Gengar EX. Mega Gengar EX is a card that's pretty fun. I've heard some people say it's like super good. Oh wait, yeah, it's not playable in the IRL tournaments yet, but it's seen a little bit of play in Japan, but not that much. What it does with its ability here is Shadowy Concealment. If one of your Darkness Pokemon is knocked out by damage from an attack from your opponent's Pokemon EX, they take 1 less prize, and it doesn't stack. The fact that it doesn't stack, I don't know how much that matters. I mean, getting a bunch of stage 2s into play is like kind of clunky, but ultimately it's useful. Obviously, most people are attacking with damage from EXs, but there are ways around it, such as using Dragapult EX's damage counters being placed or other things placing damage counters. There is the counter to the counters with the Stadium Card Battle Cage. Yeah, that's the translation, or that's the official name of it. And yeah, that card could be cool there for stopping some of those scary things. People can also play with like not EXs, though. Again, these things are they exist, obviously, but they're most knockouts you will be reducing the prize your opponent's taking. That being said, it is still a stage 2. It's not like it's attackier for 2 Darkness, 230 move energy from this to one of your bench Pokemon. It's like very mediocre. It's not like the worst attack by any means, but it's not that good either, right? Let's be honest. So this card is kind of fun. It's a bunch of setup, and it doesn't really do that much all on its own. I mean, it does some stuff, but then you need some other stuff, probably like Toxtricity, or you could toss it within some other good Darkness deck, but it's a lot of resources and not making your deck that much better usually. Mega Gengar is it okay? I guess I'll put it in okay. This is a newer card, so I don't have as much experience with it. This one did come out before the other Megas from Phantasmal Flames. Same thing with Mega Diancie, but Mega Gengar is, I guess I'll put it in okay. I think it has a lot of potential, unlike some of the other Megas here, but also and really whiff on it at times as well. I guess Mega Venusaur also has high potential, so those are kind of similar in that way. But Mega Gengar is like all right. It's cool. It's a really cool card, so I don't want to put it too low. But also, let's be honest, it's not that good. But then we have Mega Diancie EX. Mega Diancie EX is a really interesting case here. It's a Mega here again. It came out alongside Mega Sharpedo, or no, not Mega Sharpedo, Mega Gengar EX. This has the ability Diamond Coat. It takes 30 less damage from attacks, and it does have 270 HP as well. It is Psychic and has the attack here. For 2 Psychic Garland Ray, you discard up to 2 Psychic, or 2 energies from this Pokemon. Presumably they're basic Psychics. And then it does 120 for each card discarded in this way. It's playable. It's pretty good in Gardevoir EX. I said it wasn't playable in tournaments. It is playable in Japan. Limitless, if you don't know, has the tournaments it has are mostly international tournaments that are regionals or higher generally, but they also have the Champions Leagues and Japanese Championship and some other tournaments that are in the Japanese standard. Oh, I was like, what? Japanese expanded? Yeah, that was a while ago, though. But ultimately, Mega Diancie EX here is pretty useful within Gardevoir EX. It's okay, I'm not gonna lie. I don't think this card is amazing. I'm also gonna talk about Mega Gardevoir EX here as well. Mega Gardevoir EX obviously evolves in the same line that Gardevoir EX does, and this card has the attack Overflowing Wishes, which accelerates energy to your board. This is like okay, but it's a setup attack on a stage 2, which is kind of clunky. And then Mega Symphonia for again 1 Psychic does 50 for each Psychic energy attached to all of your Pokemon. Overflowing Wishes, honestly. So I played against someone who plays a lot of Gardevoir with a bunch of Mega Gardevoir, like 2 Mega Gardevoirs, and uses Overflowing Wishes a lot, shockingly. I think it's because of the decks I played against them, which are kind of slow, kind of like reactive decks, so they have time to set up. But anyways, Overflowing Wishes is generally not super good. Mega Gardevoir EX and Mega Diancie EX, in my opinion, are kind of meh. I group them together. Mega Diancie EX has seen more play in Japan, quite a bit actually. Again, as a one of, Mega Gardevoir EX is again also generally a one of in Gardevoir EX. Obviously, Gardevoir EX is a very powerful deck. It's arguably the best deck in the game. I think there's a strong case to be made for that. And they both are okay. I certainly wouldn't say another one's amazing. I definitely wouldn't. I guess I'll say Mega Gardevoir EX is also okay. I'll put it in the top of B tier here, I guess. Actually, no, I'll put it. I don't know, I'll put it between Gengar and Venusaur. They're all in the same tier. Mega Gardevoir EX is super different than these, though. It's a tech option within a powerful deck, but it's not like super amazing. What it's doing on its own is actually like not very good. I'd honestly probably put it in maybe even D tier if I wasn't counting Gardevoir EX, right? But I am, and then like I'm not just rating it on how good Gardevoir EX is because it would be the best thing here. Mega Diancie I think is a little better. Being a basic, you don't need like this open evolution line, which is like kind of awkward. So it's easier to get into play, but honestly, I feel like the upside of Mega Diancie is relatively low. It does have a different weakness which could be useful. It's not really that tanky. I mean, it's like moderately tanky, I guess, but it's also a 3-prizer, right? So I think it's okay. I could put in the decent here. Honestly, okay and decent. I'm just looking at this. Okay versus decent. Those aren't very good descriptions, but I'll put in A tier. I don't think it's an amazing card, but I think it's a decent option within Gardevoir EX. Like probably a more than decent option there, because it is a basic there. Then we have I guess we're just going along. So we got Mega Abomasnow EX. Mega Abomasnow is so what you do is you like discard. Well, okay, there are 2 attacks here. The second one is this like pretty generic attack. Presumably using the first attack for 2 water, you discard the top 6 cards of your deck. It does 100 for each basic water energy card discarded in this way. This theoretically could obviously do a lot of damage, but it probably doesn't. It's like one of these attacks that we see, not like super commonly, but certainly from time to time. That let's be honest, they're bad, right? They're bad. They're really funny, but they're quite bad. This card is actually, I mean, it does so much damage. But okay, it's not that consistent. It's a 3-prizer. It's 2 energies as well. It's tanky, I mean, I guess, but I'm gonna put it in bad. I'm not gonna put it in unplayable. I'm pretty sure this is the worst one of all the megas. I haven't seen people play this too much. I've seen people talk about it, and like I might have played against it. If I did, I don't think they attacked. It's pretty terrible. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe it's unplayable, but it's it's not like the worst card ever or anything like that. So I'll just put it in the bad tier. Then we have Mega Camerupt DX. If you know me, you know I like this card. I played with it some. Um, it's all right, I mean, it's not amazing by any means. What you do for one fire, this is the main attack you're using. It does it does 80, but it does 240 if your point's active is burned. There are ways to do this. They're not super easy, but they're not super hard. They're like, comparing it to Mega Venusaur and Mega Lucario, I'd say they're a similar level of setup there. Ultimately, the payoff, I guess, is a little bit lower. Doing kind of mad damage. When I say like the setup to like attack, and it might be a little more setup than to get like the 2-1 Mega. It's probably a similar setup to getting the 4 on Mega Venusaur. But then you can also pair it with like healing options as well. It's not amazing. I'll put in the not good tier. I definitely think Mega Camerupt is okay. I've like looked at tournament or like deck list for it. They've all looked bad. I'm not gonna lie. Wait, let's see this list. Yeah, I mean like Skeletor GX seems kind of bad. Oh yeah, this is the list where it plays 206 Machinations, which there's not really any reason to play any, to be honest, but there's definitely not a reason to play two. And like a lot of the lists, like all these lists, they just have like weird stuff going on that like just doesn't make that much sense. And so I feel like people like if they played um better lit. I mean, I played it some. I haven't played on the channel. It's really boring. I'm not gonna lie. It's like super boring. But it's a long story short. It's like okay, you could power it up like relatively consistently. It's like a mediocre damage output. It's can like heal a bit. It's 1 energy, so it's got something there. It's just not amazing. It's honestly kind of similar to Mega Lopunny, but Mega Lopunny is colorless and easier to enable. It's also for 1 energy. It does 230 here, so 10 less. But if you move from the bench to the active, let's find a Mega Lopunny list here. I think this is the list we're looking for. Yep. Wait, no, this isn't the list I'm looking for. I'm looking for the one. Here we go. With Mega Kangaskhan EX, you like send a Mega Kangaskhan EX, then you retreat into Mega Lopunny EX, and you like swap back and forth. But anyways, the deck's good, allowing you to just go ahead and Mega Lopunny really consistently and could pair it with healing if you want. Honestly, this list, I've played with and against it some. It's like really weird, but yeah, the card's pretty good. It's definitely one of the better megas. Pretty consistent there. Also comparing this second attack to Mega Camerupt DX's second attack, it does 160 hits to effects, which is like moderately useful. It's not the most useful attack ever, but it's pretty nice there. So I'm gonna put it in decent here. I'll put it above Mega Diancie EX. It's definitely a cool card. It's not like amazing or anything, but it's a pretty decent, well-rounded card. It's like a fixed version of Mega Camerupt, I'd say. Mega Camerupt is cool, but it's kind of clunky. Mega Lopunny EX is simple and to the point there. Then we have Mega Manectric here. This I got like flamed in the comment section for saying that this card like wasn't that good. And yeah, I mean it's not that good, right? Mega Manectric EX is kind of cool. You can do big damage for 3. You can do 330 for 3 if you just clear the energy, or 200 for 3 if you don't. You can do 120 for 2 and wall basics as well. It's a cool little card. It's kind of playable within Miraidon like toolboxy decks. It could be more of a focus as well, or like Miraidon like electric toolboxy decks. I'll say. And it's kind of fun. It's not the worst card. It's not that good either. Is it not good? I might put it in okay tier. I mean, it's kind of fun, right? You're able to do big damage, though you're not necessarily. I mean, you're hitting enough to one shot most things. You're doing. It's like a bunch of setup, though. I mean, it hasn't really seen that much play. I guess I'll put it right below Mega Gengar EX here. I could even move like these two down and then move everything else down, but I'm not going to do that. And I'm not just going to move these two down into here. I think this is fine. Mega Manectric EX is like it's okay, I guess. It's certainly underwhelming. It's kind of cool though. It has some different things it can do. It does something like all right. It has Fear Tree that's good. So I'll put it in okay tier. Then we have Mega Absol EX. Mega Absol EX is definitely probably the most interesting conversation here. It has Terminal Period. If if your opponent's active has 6 damage crowns on it, it's knocked out. This is like almost impossible to use. I've almost never seen it used except in situations where Well, one, I've seen people use it if they only have 2 energy and they're essentially just passing. That doesn't really count. So then people use it if they're like already up by a lot, and then it doesn't really matter if they use Terminal Period or not. They can just use the other attack, Claw of Darkness. So Claw of Darkness is the main attack here for 2 Darkness and a colorless 200. Your opponent reveals their hand. You discard a card you find there. This card is pretty decent. This card is not amazing, despite being the like poster child of the Absol box deck. Mega Absol is important. That sure didn't load. Okay. Mega Absol EX is an important piece of the deck. I'm not going to sit here and deny that, but it's not like it's the only important piece of the deck. There's a lot of very important pieces of the deck. So I feel like this card's getting a little too much credit for that, but it is good, right? You're able to disrupt your opponent's hand. There are lots of hand disruption attacks kind of like this, and they're all right. This one is a pretty decent one, but again, it is a 3 prizer. It's not that tanky, and it's kind of expensive. I mean, it's 3 energy. We see 3 energy a lot, and you need some. I mean, somebody Kangaskhan where you have the ability, so you don't need to be relying on the attack there. It's long story short, it's decent. I'm gonna put it in A tier here. I'll put it above Mega Diancie. I'm just not a huge Mega Diancie fan. I definitely think it's I'd say Mega. There's a barrier between Mega Lopunny EX and Mega Absol and Mega Diancie, and there's also a barrier between Mega Gardevoir and then Mega Gengar and Mega Manectric there. But then we have a few more here. These are okay. Yeah, I don't know what the order is here. We got Mega Mawile EX. Mega Mawile is like fine. It's pretty decent honestly. For 2 metal, you do 80 for each prize you've taken, or for metal metal colors, you do 260 if your opponent doesn't have any damage cards on it. Otherwise, you just do 30. This is playable in some like toolboxy decks. I don't know. I haven't actually seen anyone use it in Goldengo. I mean, I know it's played in Goldengo some, but I haven't actually seen anyone play it. Against me, I haven't been playing that much standard though. I'm not gonna lie. I've been playing some certainly, but haven't been on the grind. But it's decent. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's not. It's not some like crazy powerhouse, but it's a pretty like in terms of all these versatile basics. It's pretty good. Do I put it above? I'm gonna put it above Mega Diancie. I think it's very close to Mega Absol. Mega Absol is really like the focal point of a deck, but it's not like some crazy powerful Pokemon. But Mega Mawile is like kind of situational as well. So ultimately, I think they belong really. They fit really well next to each other here. Then we have Mega Latias EX. Mega Latias EX is pretty cool, doing a huge amount of damage for 3 energy. There are ways to power it up. Not going to get into that now. But it is payable, and then you can do for 1 colorless 40. Switch to the bench. Its issue. One of them is that it doesn't have a weakness, but it's weak to Psychic, right? Essentially, with Lily's Clefairy EX, so that's kind of bad. It's a cool card, though. It's a card I've messed with some. There's some like hit and run stuff you can do with it, but it's not that good. And there's also the big damage stuff you can do with it. It's a really cool card. It just doesn't have a place in the format. It's like a really fast turbo-y card. But then it's also vulnerable once it attacks, and then like, if you're swinging with Mega Mawile, you're probably swinging for the win. If you're swinging with Mega Absol, you're probably disrupting your opponent. So here you're not doing those things. You're probably just going to get knocked out. Even if you're taking one shots every turn, you're still going to lose. So I'm going to unfortunately put it in not good here. It's a really cool card. It's not like a horrible card, but it's not that good. We got Mega Heracross EX. I kind of want to put this higher. I'm not going to lie, but I just can't really do that there. Then we have Mega Heracross. This one's actually like really bad. The first attack does more damage if you're hit into. But like if you're getting hit into, that's bad. So you don't want to get hit into. Then your second attack's also bad. This card's just bad. It's not interesting. It's just bad. There's not really any reason to play this. It's honestly borderline unplayable. But I mean, it's not the worst card ever. I'll put it in just bad tier. Then we have Mega Charizard X EX. This is an option within Charizard. It's an okay option within Charizard. I've seen a lot of people playing this on the ladder. It's not that good. I'm not gonna lie. It's like okay, but it's like really overplayed, or was on the ladder. It's okay. You discard a bunch of fire energy from your board to take big one shots. It's very capable of taking one shots. You do lose pretty much all your energy, which is kind of bad because then what are you gonna do? Kind of depends on your situation, but it's like okay, I guess. I'd say it's. I mean, the deck it's in is like good. I'll put in okay, I guess. The card is all right. Then we got Mega Sharpedo EX, the last one here. This is the focus of the new like Darkness Toolboxy deck. With Toxtricity, which damages yourself, which is really useful for Hungry Jaws doing for 2 Darkness. 270 if you have damage counters on it, so that's pretty powerful. It's definitely all right. I'd say it's on a similar power level to the Mega Venusaur and Mega Lucario decks. I haven't seen it too much because it is newer, and I don't know, it's just not getting that much attention for whatever reason. It's getting some, but for the fact that it's a new deck, it's not crazy there, but it's all right. But nothing super crazy there. But overall, tell me down below what your thoughts are on these new cards from Phantasmal Flames and the older Megas from Mega Evolution. But I hope you enjoyed. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit the bell, all that good stuff. And as Osmo said, see you in the next video.